Hello, I'm saving water by wearing the same clothes as I did yesterday, and I probably smelled. They're fine. They're fine. It's because I'm not gonna see anyone. I don't want to. I don't have to like cater to anyone. I just other than my family, but I don't respect them enough to get dressed for them. I'm kidding. I love my family. Had to say that like directly into the camera so it didn't look like I was lying. um, I have been thinking a lot about like when you when you get to socialize with your friends. I know it's kind of odd concept considering you're not able to at the moment. But when you get to see like a group of friends and there are these people who you put on like you don't put on a personality, but you kind of can feel that your vibe changes when you're with one friend and to another. And a lot of people they'll say that like they have a chameleon personality because when they go in with this one group of friends, they feel like they're perceived differently as when they go into this other group. But you're always the same person. Um, I was wondering about that quite a bit because when I personally go to see one group of friends, I don't notice my personality change. I think I'm pretty much I consider myself a very authentic person, gourmet, authentic, raw, emotional. Um, but when I go in, and when I go into another group, I can kind of sense that the way that I'm received changes, but I don't feel like I'm changing personality. But I guess I could interpret the fact that I can sense myself being perceived differently is that my personality is shifting. Um, but that would be taking like the external and that's whether you view things in a kind of external or an internal way. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, Here I am saying I don't need to say that because I articulate myself very well. But what the way that I perceive it is that I kind of go into a group with a different form of confidence, and it's all just to do with the amount of confidence that I'm portraying. And so I'll go into one group and I'm like, hey, and I'll be like the fun friend in this. I'm not going in like oh, and that's not fun. That's a bit cringy. But I'll go into there and I'll kind of just be able to freely like. That's when I'll kind of have a sharp wit and I'll be able to like say whatever the hell I want and be able to like hold a conversation. Whereas on the like polar opposite, if I feel like I'm stepping into a situation I'm uncomfortable with and I'm unconfident, then I will honestly be the worst kind of awkward you can receive because I'll just be kind of like my brain is like this ticking time bomb. I'm like tick, 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 all the time running. And even when I'm relaxing and I'm daydreaming, I'm like here and then I'm like my brain like internally really relaxed if this looks relaxed to you, but internally I'm like I'm like always going. Um, but and I reckon you can tell because when I'm talking to like, if I'm in this uncomfortable situation, my head, I reckon you can tell by like the speed my head is going. When I'm in the confident situation, my head, I'm just like chill, and I'll be like, ha ha ha, blah 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 blah. And then if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, then you can see like I'll be like every thought I have has like a different facial reaction. It's like some immersive theatre experience. Immersive? Choice of word, maybe not, but it's definitely it's an experience. Yeah, everyone will have witnessed it if you know me well enough. But I think it comes with this whole chameleon thing and the uncomfort. A lot of the time will come from the fact that I'm viewing people in a blob, like I'll take the whole group, and rather than seeing a group as a group of individual people, like if I'm in a group of five, I'm seeing like rather than looking at the individual and speaking to the individual, which is really, I hate the word, but problematic for everyone. I think everyone does this at times. Like you people forget that when you're talking to a group, you're talking to a group of individuals, and people forget that when you're I was just going to say the exact same thing twice because I wanted like a 3-point thing. There we go. But a lot of the time like if I go into like let's say the gay scene, because I'm quite intimidated by the gay scene, and that's not to be homophobic. That's just something that's internalized homophobia. It's not homophobic because I'm gay. It's internalized homophobia, I guess, in a way, because I can view I have the capacity. I have the capacity to be homophobic. No, but I can sometimes view the scene as quite cliquey, and people, and I can view the scene as flaky and all of these things, and I know that it's not. Yeah, the problem with that is the fact that I'm looking at it as a scene, and I'm not looking at it as a group of people, people as individuals. Um, God, I know that what I'm saying is coming off bad, but I'm really just hoping that you can give me the benefit of the doubt that I'm not being judgmental. I'm just kind of trying to express a concept that that I'm correct. I'm trying to actively correct what I'm saying. Um, so therefore, if I'm being offensive, then you're actually the one that's offensive. No, but really, when it comes down to it, like you could even go into the music theatre crowd. You do a musical, and then when everyone's friends during a musical, usually, hopefully, I hope your experience has been like that. And then afterwards, when you leave, you might not end up with many friends from the musical, like actual friends. You might talk to one or two people, but and only stay in touch with that, and the rest were just kind of like this fleeting moment. With the gay scene, I also feel a bit like that. Like you go in there, you talk to quite a lot of people, and then there's a different set of boundaries as well that I'm not used to. That is because it's a whole like a new relation. It's a new kind of like dating scene as well to a degree, but it's not. It's like a dating but not, and yeah, you'll talk to some people, and you'll talk to many people, and then you'll only kind of leave talking to one or two and being proper friends with that, and that's fine. That's totally fine. It's totally normal. It's not. It's nothing against any person. It's just when that happens to some people, there's this great sense of rejection, and you start seeing a blob of people or a clump of people. And I talked about this to a friend, and I'm sorry to steal your ideas, but if you stop viewing people as a clump of people and you start viewing people as individuals, it will help you greatly, and it will solve all of your problems. Smell you later. That was my link this time. That was my link because I said that I smelt before, and now I'm saying smell you later. Comedy. Bye. Thank you for listening.